Why can't you leave our country for us? Is it by force? Is it by force? Ghanaians living up, Ghanaians, they should all come back from Nigeria. Let me tell you, if you look, mark it down, Nigeria will go to war against Biafra again. Mark it down. I give you 1 year. You will see what will happen in Nigeria. The president should call all Ghanaians back home. The Biafra will start another war in Nigeria. Watch it and see. Mr. President, call back your citizens. Call back your citizens to come back home. They should not be in Nigeria. We don't want any problem. Call back your citizens to come back home. If it is Nigeria, they should all come back home. What is there? Fellow citizens, I think that some of us, because we love our country and we know it's the only country we have, we are pained when people take our nation and our people for granted, and when all of us we keep watching like spectators and we are not doing anything. It's very, very painful for some of us who love this country. And I'm telling you, all of you are stakeholders called Ghana. Ghana belongs to all of you. Tomorrow it's your turn to lead. The next time it's your children's turn to lead. So let's be able to hand over this country peacefully. That there is no problem in our country to the next generation. I'm getting even heart pain because of this shouting. I'm emotionally affected. Seriously. As I'm talking to you, policemen are sending me messages. They are very proud of what I'm doing. Because some of them want to fight the system, but their big men are disturbing them. The junior ranks want to fight the system. And the big men will not allow them to fight the system. So if you have senior rank and you cannot allow your junior rank to fight the system, what kind of senior rank are you? What's your essence of being a senior officer? Pray hard. They should pray hard I don't become their president. Because when I become your president, all this nonsense must stop. All this nonsense must stop. You think I'm running for president for joke or for fun? No. For these narratives to stop.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Delphina and I'm super excited returning back to you. I am here with another news, but first of all, I'll ask this fake Igbo king one question. Oga, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? What have Ghanaians done to you that you are making them talk too much? Simple instruction, you don't want to listen. Oga, what is wrong with you? Why are you putting Dr. Hassan Ayariga in this position he is right now? You make other people to detest him, especially people from Nigeria. You make them not to like him anymore, to the extent they were calling him Boko Haram. Are you happy seeing people talking down on other people? What is too hard for you to do? This little thing they ask you to do, you don't want to do. No be say, Ghana na your country, oh. Ghana no be your country. So when Ghanaians say no to something, what is there? What is making everything hard for you to do? That's just the one question I want to ask you. Because Oga, Ogbeni, Ngwanu, I don't know your problem. I don't know your problem. Look at what you are putting your wife and your children past through right now. Is it that you don't care? You think Ghana is like Nigeria? Look at the way I'm bitter talking. And that's because the instruction they gave you is for your own good. It's for your own good. Why can't you just do it? Simple and short. This simple thing, chinchily thing. We don't want this, we don't want that. Go by it now. No be the country law. As you leave your country, Nigeria, come Ghana, do as they say. But no. Look at the way you are making this man talk too much online. I don't think Dr. Hassan Ayariga is used to doing all these kind of things, but because of fake Igbo king, because of you, Ohene too, or Gasa, because of you, look at the way you made him to be a content creator, or should I say, to be all over the internet. Why? Why? Just because of chinkly thing. We don't want this, we don't want that. But you are stubborn. Just because you are stubborn, you are still beating your chest, telling yourself that nobody can stop you from it. Okay, not be the same you, where they call all these politicians, and they know they pick your call. Not be the same you never see anything yet. Guys, I have another video today of Dr. Hassan Ayariga putting this man in his position and also letting Nigerians and other foreigners in the country know that Ghana is not where they think they can come and dance all the disco, spoil everywhere, and go back to their country. It's unacceptable, guys. Let's take a look at this video. And at the end of it, I'd love you to drop your opinion in the comment section. But before we get right into the video, if this is your first time on this channel, please kindly subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video. Also do as a press notification bell, okay, in order to be the first to get notified whenever I drop another one. Because, of course, on this channel, we do amazing things. Yeah, we have a lot of videos.
Ebusia, come with me again, or come with me again. Dr. Hassan Ayariga na Ebusia. Enye easy. Ene fire for fire. Ewo ye brand nestina program no so na enye easy cry. Now Ebusia nyama bi ana okaina. I want to just give you guys one or two intro before we go and listen to him. He talked about his case with Ehinetu, and Okan by Monday he has also prepared about 50 lawsuits against Ehinetu. So it's going to be fire for fire, guys. Now let's go and listen to Dr. Hassan Ayariga. We'll be right back.
So from Monday, we are going to put 50 suits against him. 50. From Monday to Friday, he will receive 50 suits against him. All criminal activities with records. Let's see who survive.
Before we allow you to, because you told us to give us.
He will be in Nigeria and be coming to court. He will be in Nigeria and be coming to court in Ghana. They will do a Zoom. What do you call it? Zoom court.
Zoom call.
Yeah, his lawyers will
be. Zoom call won't help. He should be flying all the way. Come and go.
No, he cannot fly. He's banned from coming to Ghana. He's banned. So his lawyers will be representing him, and if they need him to answer questions, they will do Zoom call. That is how it's going to happen. But he in Ghana, the national security should know this. If they entertain him, then they don't want trouble in Ghana. One person cannot. The interest of one person cannot override the interest of Ghanaians. No.
In the lawsuit.
The interest of one person cannot override the interest of the millions of Ghanaians. So Ghanaians, show your faces. Come out. Come out and fight for your country. Don't sit down quietly and think that Hassan Ayariga is the only one fighting. No. I am commanding all of you to come out and fight for your country. I am appealing to all of you. Come out and defend your country. Because if we don't defend this country, we will have problems in the future with these people. We have to take off the head of the fish so that the rest will run out of the country. When we take off the head of the fish, the rest of the elements will run. So it's not a joke. You people shouldn't be sitting down and say, "Oh, Hassan Ayariga is doing well." Show your faces. On the 18th, come out, all of you. Let the world know that you are angry. That nobody can take your country for granted. Or your peace for granted. Or your love for granted. No way. And when I'm getting angry and I'm talking this, it's because I love all of you. I love my country. I love everybody. I have no country to go. Nigerians spoil Ghana. They'll go back to Nigeria. They'll go back to another country. They'll move to another country. They keep moving from one country to another. Where are we going as Ghanaians? We don't have another place to go. We have only Ghana to protect. And if our forefathers died for us to live a peaceful life, we should continue to maintain this peaceful life. Not allow any foreigner and any element to come and destroy our peace. And you sit down and fold your arms. What do you mean? Ghana and why there? Are you there? Now you're there, then we are. We don't care who is their friend and who is their enemy. You see that? Omukom. Because Sunday and Jidisa. Are yes, Ruana. One and so. Yatina Sisa Omukuku Yanipa, Omukitapi Yanipa, Omukataya. What is this? You people are sitting there watching these people misbehave. Think that we are scared of them. This man must leave Ghana. Rain or shine. Obeko. Nonsense way and Jidida. Whoever is backing him to show his face. We don't care who's backing him. Obeko Ghana, Obesi Ghana. Try anybody to try us. Because there's some Jidida. No government can joke with this matter. Government buy, now government call. Government comes and government goes. But the citizens still remain citizens. I'm told there was a guy that from the previous government gave him what do you call it? Motor kit. A Nigerian man is driving motor kit in Ghana. This current minister removed that motor kit. Nigerian man blocked the whole of what do you call it? Where's that place? Flagstaff House. That people cannot come out with their cars. People cannot go out with their cars. Some Nigerian contractor. What kind of nonsense is that? And have guns in his car. Why are we selling guns to foreigners? To do what? To kill our citizens. We give guns to foreigners to do what in our country? Only a madman will give a gun to a foreigner to live in his country with. Who are they going to kill? They are going to kill your own people. So what is the essence of the police? Why do you license gun to foreigners? That thing must stop. What is wrong with us? You license gun to Lebanese, Chinese, and Nigerians, all the foreigners to kill who? So you don't touch your police? Don't you touch your policemen? If you don't touch your policemen, then we are all going to have guns attached to each other. How will Ghana be? Are we in Nigeria? Ghana is not Nigeria. There are laws happening in this country. If you don't follow the laws, we will make sure that you obey the laws. That is also the citizens' right. Government have been voted for. No government came by the gun. And if you not perform, we vote you out. What don't you think that could have been your president? If I was your president, do you think I would allow this nonsense to be happening in your country? What kind of joke is that? You love a foreigner more than you love yourself. You love a foreigner more than you love your family. You love another nation more than you love your own nation. Where's the patriotism? Where is the patriotism? How patriotic are we then? We allow elements to be talking anyhow, misbehaving anyhow, and kidnapping our children, killing our women and children. If we don't take time, a day will come that we cannot go out after 6 p.m. I am fighting, you are watching. That time will come, you'll be fighting, I'll be watching. Let's be serious. Let's get serious. People die for us to be where we are. What is our effort? Then we're in Nigeria. Then we come and say, oh, Nigeria is our brother. If your brother is killing you, say your brother. Your brother who's stabbing you at the back, is your brother. Nonsense. Where do you mean power? Let anybody try us with this matter. If we cannot defend ourselves and defend other foreigners than ourselves, then we'll fight ourselves. We'll fight ourselves then. Laws are meant to be obeyed. There is no exception. So if foreigners cannot obey our law and they are disobeying our law and we are fighting and you are fighting, and then we'll fight you. Yes, Rhoda. Minister Nina. Okay, Mini. What is wrong with us? Are we not tired of these jokes? Some stupid man will sit somewhere and call himself Eze and be nonsense, and Ghanaians are even following him. What kind of stupidity is that? Ghanaians are following this man and call him Igbo, King. What kind of I was stomach the warriors too much. We see that right thing. I was stomach the warriors. Can't we see the right thing and do the right thing? I'm getting fed up and using certain words I'm not supposed to be using.
Flow.
No, I'm very upset, Estana. When can we open our eyes? Nigerian man say, shine your eyes. You people now, shine your eyes. Shine your eyes. Our country is too cheap for foreigners. They see us as cheap people. They don't respect us. They say we like money too much. So with money, they buy everything in Ghana. That is why they can sit down and say they can buy Ghana. They buy our police, they buy our media men, they buy our politicians, they buy everybody. Nonsense. That's why all of you are quiet. I have not heard one media man come out to comment about this matter. One media man I have not seen or heard. One media station carry the story I have not seen or heard. And if they carry in favor of the Nigerian man. I have not heard one politician come out to defend Ghanaians on this matter. You think it's a joke? When this matter escalates, we'll be watching all of you. You think I did have joy in this thing? I have all my children living in this country. My family are living here. I have not sent any of my children abroad. They are all schooling here, living here. So if this country burns, they are going to be inside. If this country is good, they are going to be inside. So I will not allow it to burn. I will not allow anybody to turn this country to a drug country or a 419 country, destroy the image of our country. My children are holding Ghanaian passport. They are not holding US passport. So they are citizens of Ghana. And I must protect that image called Ghana. And it is your right and your duty to protect that too as well. Don't sit down and take small coins and sell your integrity and dignity. For what? How much money are we even looking for? How much? How much are they giving you people? That all of you cannot come out and tell the truth. Ayariga, you are doing well. You are doing well. Come out and say it on air. Do it yourself. We are all part of it. Go and read your national anthem. Go and listen to your national pledge and see what it says. And then you think again and again. If you have forgotten your national pledge, go back and read it. Or your national anthem, go back and read it. Why are you people making me so upset? You think I don't have friends in Nigeria? I do. But when you are wrong, you are wrong. When you are criminal, you are criminal. When you misbehave, you are misbehaved. If we cannot separate these things, then we are nobody. If we cannot correct our children, we are nobody. Our duty is to be able to tell our children they are wrong. Same way we are able to tell our foreigners friends they are wrong. And we cannot live with them. We are quick to go against our own people. But we are not quick to go against foreigners to defend our people. And you think I'm a happy man? What kind of nonsense is that, me patcho? You sit in your offices, you think that you are defending your country. Some people are destroying your country, you are sitting there watching. You think it's because of me? I can protect my wife and children for life. But what about the vulnerable ones? Who is going to protect them for life? Those who are dying every day, who are on the street, they are kidnapping them, killing them, and their children cannot, their mother goes out and come home and cannot find her child. How do you think the mother feels? How will you feel when you come home and your wife tells you that your son has been kidnapped? How will you feel? Or when you come home, your wife put before you your daughter and said she has been killed, murdered. How will you feel? You want to wait until it comes to you before you react? What is this? We call ourselves Ghanaians. Where is the Ghanaian in us? Where is it anymore?
Doctor,
My brother, they think I'm joking with this matter.
I'm just very emotional.
Do you know how they treat you people abroad there? You think I don't know? Huh? Do you know how they treat Ghanaians out there? Or foreigners out there? You think they pamper them? You can't go to somebody's country and misbehave and think you should be pampered. If you think Ghana is, leave our country for God's sake and get back to your country. Have we given you invitation to come here? Who sent you an invitation? Why can't you leave our country for us? Is it by force? Is it by force? Ghanaians living up, Ghanaians, they should all come back from Nigeria. Let me tell you, if you look, mark it down. Nigeria will go to war against Biafra again. Mark it down. I give you 1 year. You will see what will happen in Nigeria. The president should call all Ghanaians back home. The Biafras will start another war in Nigeria. Watch it and see. Mr. President, call back your citizens. Call back your citizens to come back home. They should not be in Nigeria. We don't want any problem. Call back your citizens to come back home. If it is Nigeria, they should all come back home. What is there? Next time, I think I'm just getting too emotional and angry.
Yeah,
and
I think
yes,
we will not. We want you to cool down, and then because you also have an impending program, we would. It's difficult, and I know how you feel about all these things going on. We would want you to calm down, and then I know Ghanaians are listening to you. Everybody's listening to you. We love what you do. We love what you say. We wouldn't keep you for long because you have even gone beyond the time, the 1 hour time. So we would want you to say your final words to us before we give you an opportunity to leave us, and then hopefully on the 18th, Ghanaians have listened to you. On the 18th, Ghanaians will come out, and then we will make sure that the citizen arrest will come out live and colored. Guys, we have Dr. Hassan Ayariga here. We want him to calm down a bit, and then we will ask for his final words to the citizens of Ghana and everybody before we give him his thank you, and then we allow him to believers. Later, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you. The fellow citizens, I think that some of us, because we love our country and we know it's the only country we have, we are pained when people take our nation and our people for granted, and then all of us we keep watching like spectators and we are not doing anything. It's very, very painful for some of us who love this country. And I'm telling you, all of you are stakeholders called Ghana. Ghana belongs to all of you. Tomorrow it's your turn to lead. The next time it's your children's turn to lead. So let's be able to hand over this country peacefully. That there is no problem in our country to the next generation. I'm getting even heart pain because of this shouting. I'm emotionally affected, seriously. And I think that this is a country we must all live. I've lived in several countries in the world, and I see how their citizens love their country with passion. They respect their country. Anybody who goes against their country, they will report the person to the police, and the police will immediately take action. If you will take action against anybody who has done wrong to your country, and your uniform will be removed, let your uniform be removed. Let your uniform be removed. Allow them to remove that. If that uniform cannot make you do the right thing, then remove the uniform. Because it's not worth wearing it. It's not worth wearing it. You cannot wear a uniform that cannot let you protect your citizens and protect your country and defend your nation. Whether you're a policeman, you're a military man, you're a custom officer, you're an immigrant, whatever. If you see that anybody who goes against our country, do the right thing. Let them sack you. Report to us. It's worth being sacked than to become an animal in a kingdom you don't belong to. If only your interest will be, somebody want to sit on your interest and destroy your country, do not agree. We will all not agree. We will resist it with everything that we have. So policemen, soldiers, customs, all the security institutions, national security, stand up and let's fight this together. We have sworn to protect our nation and guide our nation with all our hearts. And ordinary citizens, it is your duty. It is not only the duty of the policeman to protect this country. It is also your duty to stand for your rights and protect your country. Don't be intimidated by any foreigner in your own country. If you have been intimidated by a foreigner in your country, then you have no use. You have no use. Once you have been intimidated, you have no use. You have no value. We cannot wait until that day. When we wait till that day, then we have no use in this country. We can sell the country out. If we love, can we love foreigners more than ourselves? I mean, sometimes I'm angry when I see some appointments coming out that foreigners are getting appointments to become ambassadors, to become this. I get upset when your own citizens do not have jobs and you're appointing foreigners as ambassadors. What is that? You want the world to see you as what? Father for who? For foreigners? You have left your children, you are becoming a father for foreigners. Foreigners have taken over our businesses. Foreigners have taken over our country. Oil sector, foreigners. Mining sector, foreigners. The small scale and medium scale businesses, foreigners. Gold, foreigners. Manganese, foreigners. Timber, foreigners. Cocoa, foreigners. Come on. Come on. As I'm talking to you, policemen are sending me messages. They are very proud of what I'm doing. Because some of them want to fight the system, but their big men are disturbing them. The junior ranks want to fight the system. And the big men will not allow them to fight the system. So if you have senior rank and you cannot allow your junior rank to fight the system, what kind of senior rank are you? What's your essence of being a senior officer? Pray hard. They should pray hard I don't become their president. Because when I become your president, all this nonsense must stop. All this nonsense must stop. You think I'm running for president for joke or for fun? No. For these narratives to stop. I'll be worse than Trump. You see the way Trump loves his country? I love my country more than Trump loves his country. Even if Trump jokes with me, I will spare him. When it comes to my country. When I become your president, I am going to build this country that nobody, no country in Africa can compare themselves to Ghana. I will lock you people down to become the best of the best. I will initiate what is called lockdown. Go and read my manifesto. It's there. A lockdown to turn Ghana to a superpower. When other countries can do it, why can't we do it? We are sitting down copying, begging for everything. We just beg and beg and beg and beg. We don't do anything. How can a beggar be independent? Country of beggars. We run from US. We go to from US. We go to South Korea. We run away from there. We go to China. We run away from there. We go to this guy's country, Russia. All begging. When you have everything, and you are giving it to foreigners, they have come to your country. They are taking it away. You are running to other countries and begging. Who does that? Who does that? If we run this country very well, no citizen of Ghana will leave Ghana to go and look for greener pasture anywhere. No citizen. Give me water, please. So let's behave. Let's know what is right. Let's protect our country. Let's protect our citizens. We cannot be slaves in our own country. If you are in your country, you are scared to live in your country, which other country are you going to live in? And you'll be safe. My duty is to protect my family and my children. And if I cannot do that, what kind of father am I? That is the question. So, may God give us. May God give us patience.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Hassan Ayariga, it's always heartwarming to hear you. Today has been my best time listening to you, and I'm a bit emotional, but I'm going to shove it down. And I know that after the show, I'm going to lie on my bed and then meditate on the words that always comes out of your mouth. You're full of wisdom, and then we want to use this opportunity to thank you. On the 18th, the youth of Ghana will come out massively, and we will make sure that what is due us is given to us. Anybody who is living in our country illegally, the Igbo chief would have to come out to answer to the citizens. We want to use this opportunity on behalf of Patriotic Concerned Alliance and all citizens of Ghana. We want to thank you very much for your boldness, your courage, and we have said countless times without number that this court suit is Ghana against Chukwudi. This is not just Dr. Hassan Ayariga against Chukwudi. This is Ghana against Chukwudi. That's the same thing we told Kukwanan. So we will be with you every step of the way, and anything that we need to do, just let us know. We, as we sit here, we have a lot of followers. We have a lot of people, Ghanaians, that support the agenda of Dr. Hassan Ayariga. So we want to say a big thank you. And may Allah, in His own infinite wisdom, bless you so much for all the things you do for Mother Ghana. Dr. Hassan Ayariga. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night, sir. Thank you very much for coming on the
Yo, Abusia, I believe that you guys listened to Dr. Hassan Ayariga, right? And all the things that he said. 18th, the citizen arrest, no? So he's just calling everybody out so that action will be taken, right? So everybody, you're welcome. But information I picking up respect to the lawsuit, who they went to see before the advice was given and all that before Mukoya lawsuit in everything is with us. And in the coming days, before the real case will start, Hassan, when we get the names, surnames and first names and stuff like that, we'll bring all those ones to you guys on this platform, Top Gossip 24. Once again, remember to subscribe, share the video to everybody. Let all Ghanaians know that Dr. Hassan Ayariga is there with us. We need all of you, okay? We need everybody to stand tall at that very day, 18th of October, in front of Ehinetu's house. Dr. Hassan Ayariga, so I can say, from Monday going to Friday, he will receive almost 50 criminal lawsuit. 50 of that. It's not easy. So let's continue to hope, say, things will go well.